I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. You know, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. You know,
Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
right now, no, how?
Yeah, he's
And
right, dude. He's right.
How? You know,
You would-
like he fought in one division. You know,
Never unified the belts.
He unified.
Did unify?
You know,
IBF.
he unified.
When Terence "Bud" Crawford declared that he was operating on a completely different level than Errol Spence Jr., many people across the boxing world dismissed it as confidence and pre-fight hype. Everything changed once he stepped into the ring and delivered one of the most commanding victories ever seen in the welterweight division, proving his claims beyond any doubt. Now, Spence is preparing for another opportunity to settle the score. With their long-awaited rematch officially confirmed as the co-main event on the upcoming Canelo Alvarez fight card, excitement is building, and fans can't help but feel like history is about to repeat itself.
He's nice as hell, but you know, I'm at the point of my career. The money right, I'll fight anybody. So,
But this time, the pressure feels even bigger. Crawford isn't focused only on facing Spence once more. His eyes are already set on Canelo. He's going after something much larger, a shot at boxing greatness. And based on how sharply Bud responded to Spence in their most recent interview, it's clear he's not in the mood for friendly talk. Let's start with Terence Crawford, who is reportedly offering Errol Spence a rematch at 147 pounds rather than 154.
Terence Crawford, we'll start here, reportedly offers Spence the rematch at 147 and not 154. This has got people up in arms because you have the Spence contingent who says, you know what, our guy Spence made concessions to get this fight done. He gave up a lot of money on his side to have this fight at 147. If you look at the contract, this is a sport of contracts. Chris, you know this. You have signed contracts. You have tried to get out of contracts. The winner gets to dictate the weight. The loser got to put the rematch clause or put the rematch into place.
If Crawford wants to fight at 47, that means he doesn't want the fight. He's looking for bigger fish. He already got the big fish. Now he's looking for the bigger fish. He's looking for the big money. There could be potential fights with a Canelo. And as big as the money is for the Spence rematch, it's nothing like Canelo money. So he might be looking for something bigger. Could be Jamel Charlo, which is going to be bigger money than Spence.
To understand this properly, you have to go back to July 2023. The Crawford-Spence matchup was more than a major boxing event. It felt like a defining chapter in the sport's history.
We're gonna have a fish fry come Saturday. Man, you gotta calm down, brother. Cause listen, man, things can get real sticky real quick, and then everybody would say, this is what we do every time we come out. This is what we do when we come out. Social media, my ass. Bro, listen, just like you talking, just like you doing all that talking, bro, it can turn deadly real quick, but on both sides. So why not support? Listen. Why not support your fighter? Support your fighter. You ain't got nothing wrong with that. Support your fighter. Y'all support y'all fighter. Let's come together, make this event a success. Instead of everybody saying every time we get together, you know what I mean, it's always shooting and violence. Everybody know Terence Crawford. Y'all know I get active.
Each fighter entered that night unbeaten. Each held championship status. Both claimed to be the true ruler of a 147-pound division. But when it was all over, only one of them left as the undisputed champion.
Sharp jab, fast, explosive jab to the head and the body. And there's a combination that's from Errol Spence for the first time in his career. Round on his own official score. And again, the challenge. Just as Spence thought he landed a shot, he got down for the ceiling.
Ball like them Q McCarthy's annihilation. Black excellence, we go past to the negative, boy.
And it's not
black
just
venom that keep it
the
not like
jab,
a pessimist, boy.
the uppercut,
black, take black,
and the
that's
counter,
heavily so
right
black
hook,
windows with
from
masks
left to
that
right,
never miss,
Errol
boy.
Spence,
Charles Manson
but
is
in
celebrated, somebody say.
Terence Crawford didn't simply defeat Spence. He completely took over the fight. From a knockdown in round 2 to the pinpoint accuracy behind every jab, hook, and counter, Bud showed that he wasn't just the top welterweight in the world, but one of the standout fighters of this generation.
But down, like I told everybody once before, the winner out of this fight was going to be #1 pound for pound, hands down. You got Errol Spence was ranked #4 in the pound for pound, and you got Terence Crawford that was ranked #1. So you got two fighters that's in the top 5 pound for pound ratings. How can they not be #1 pound for pound?
Since then, the two have kept their distance. But that tension, it never left.
It's up to him. He gave me that opportunity to fight him. It's only right that if that's what he want to do, I'll give it back to him. Outside of him, I was definitely looking for that Jermell Charlo fight, but they just stripped him for the WBO. So now it's going to be kind of hard, becoming a 3-weight world champion if he don't come back and, fight Tim Tszyu and be successful after his fight with Canelo.
Now, jump ahead to the present. The rematch has officially been lined up, and it's not being placed on just any event. It's expected to take place on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull.
Canelo fans, please pray for Canelo. He's about to fight William Skull in Saudi. Pray for Canelo, bro. Pray for Canelo, bro.
Bro, but don't you get it? Canelo will never lose.
Not gonna lose.
There's no way Turkey gets his Crawford fight if Canelo loses, so that's not happening.
It's a deeper, darker criminal link. I don't trust it. Pray for Canelo, man. Turkey might say, yeah, you was talking all that shit when I was first trying to get you. Now look what we gonna do for you. We got you in Riyadh. Let's get that L up off you. And you still got to fight Crawford.
That's right. 2 pound-for-pound stars could be sharing the same night, the same venue, and the same event. Crawford and Spence may be positioned beneath the headliner, but in reality, that's the matchup many fans will be locked in on. And if Bud beats Spence again in convincing fashion, the path forward becomes obvious. Terence Crawford against Canelo Alvarez.
I think Canelo's gonna put the beats on him like Dr. Dre.
Do we get a knockdown from Canelo, or does Bud knock down Canelo?
Nah, Canelo's not going down. You could hit Canelo with a Louisville slugger. He's just gonna smile at you.
They ain't say gonna beat him like the beats of Dr. Dre.
Yeah, he's gonna put the beats on him like Dre.
But Crawford fans are like, bro, we not standing in front of Canelo like Jermell and Berlanga. We not gonna be there to get hit.
Size matters when it's implemented, right? When the fighter can use the size correctly, it matters. Now people say, well, Crawford has longer reach. They're the same height. I don't mean body mass, right? We say, look, Mike Tyson was 5'10", but a solid 225. Canelo is a similar kind of pit bull frame. He can't get hurt. Crawford is jumping up 3 weight classes, 2 now. Didn't look great at 54. Didn't look powerful at 54. How's he gonna look at 68 against a man who has a chin made of certified titanium?
Crawford isn't stepping back into the ring with Spence just to settle old scores or collect bragging rights. He's using this fight to put the entire boxing world on notice.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. And he does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. And people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
He's made his position clear. If Canelo continues to avoid the matchup, then Crawford intends to deliver the kind of performance that makes overlooking him impossible.
I can't go down anymore. But like he say, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, he needs to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is fighter is is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
And what better way to send that message to Canelo than by dominating Spence once again on the very same night Canelo enters the ring himself?
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh, man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
That's why this rematch means more than a routine title fight. For Crawford, it's a statement to the sport. He wants his name cemented in boxing history, and he understands that another clear win over Spence would move him one step closer to Canelo.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great, you know. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he gonna win or lose, but I definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, and he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
And it's important not to overlook Errol Spence here. He's far from a faded fighter. Before the first meeting, he was unbeaten. He had unified the welterweight division, and he built a reputation as one of boxing's most dangerous body punchers. Most of all, that first defeat is something he hasn't let go of.
Terence went on Pound for Pound podcast, and he said that Errol Spence will not be a Hall of Famer. Can you just give me your thoughts on that?
I disagree.
You disagree? Why do you disagree?
I feel as though Errol had a great career. If it wasn't for Bud, he would have been undisputed. So he went and got every belt one by one by one. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Spence may have kept a low profile recently, but that shouldn't be mistaken for inactivity. He's reportedly been putting in intense work behind the scenes, because for a fighter, few things sting more than being thoroughly outclassed in front of the world. And that's exactly what Crawford did to him the first time around.
Tell me about EJ, bro. Like, the world, I feel like we haven't really seen or heard from him since the Bud fight, like, publicly, you know what I mean? Interviews and all that shit. Tell me about, like, when you speak to him, do you feel like the nigga's in a good space? Do you feel like, is he still got that fighting spirit? Like, is EJ still EJ?
Yeah, EJ still EJ. You know, EJ just living his life. You know, he chilling. He been boxing for a long time. You know, EJ chilling. EJ barely in the country, man. EJ living.
Passport getting crazy right now.
Man, he got stamps.
You can expect Spence to enter this rematch with everything on the line. There's no room left for outside explanations this time. No talk about the car accident, no layoff, and no debate over weight issues. This is his opportunity to redeem himself. And he understands that another stoppage loss could seriously damage his future at the highest level of the sport. This goes beyond a standard rivalry. There's genuine tension behind it now. Crawford and Spence have been trading words for years, well before their first fight ever happened. From social media exchanges to tense face-offs, the dislike between them has always been there. But after Crawford dropped Spence, busted him up, and beat him in front of a national audience, that hostility only seemed to grow stronger.
They say Crawford is a hell of a fighter, but I don't really respect his resume. What? Other than fighting you. Crawford? You know what I'm saying? What? I don't really respect his resume like that on me. Hey, look, hold on. Sean was up versus Spence. Sean was up. He was doing his thing versus Crawford. Stop listening to his daddy. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He killing you.
That's why Crawford's outburst during their latest face-to-face interview didn't feel staged. It felt genuine. The tension behind it was real. At the same time, the spotlight across boxing has shifted toward Canelo Alvarez, with fans pushing harder than ever for a Crawford-Canelo showdown. especially after the way Bud dominated Spence in their first fight.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out.
And if we're being real about it, Canelo's recent opposition hasn't exactly matched the names fans have been asking for. William Skull, with respect, isn't the matchup most people had in mind.
Easy fight. Juan, tell me your opinion on Canelo versus William Skull. That just got official.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but William Skull is not nobody. He's nobody in the sport of boxing.
It's for an IBF belt.
Yeah, it's the IBF champion, but you know William Skull? I don't know William Skull.
Hey, let me get your opinion on the Canelo Crawford that apparently is gonna get made for September.
Will be a good fight, but I think the difference is 2 divisions in the weight class, and I think it's a dangerous fight for Terence Crawford.
So you see like Canelo winning by knockout, or
maybe yes, maybe Canelo wins by knockout.
Okay, and one more question. There's been a big thing that Jake Paul was calling out Canelo, and the fight got scrapped up.
I don't like to see those fights because I'm a YouTuber fighter with a real boxer. I don't like it.
But Jake Paul, he's been calling out Canelo for a while.
Yeah, no, I think Jake Paul wants to fight with Canelo just for money, and then I don't like it.
Okay.
Hey Juan, Canelo dice, yo peleo con los peleadores real. Y está peleando con William Skull.
No, está mal. No, it's no good fight. No, it's not good. It's not good fight for Canelo because Canelo needs another great opponent.
Okay, hey, hablamos después, bro.
Okay.
El próximo vez, bro.
Most fans see Bud as the true test, the matchup that brings the biggest challenge, the biggest intrigue, and the kind of fight people actually want to see.
Well, first of all, I give Crawford all the credit in the world for even thinking about possibly fighting Canelo. But if that fight ever takes place, I have Crawford 1,000%. And people are going to say, oh, well, you're contradicting yourself. I kind of am, but Crawford is also a big guy. Crawford is a big guy who can handle a Canelo because they're the same size. Crawford is a guy who punches hard, but he doesn't rely on his power. He relies on his footwork. He relies on his speed, on his change-ups. He relies on his combinations. He relies on his mind. And I believe that Crawford is a way better boxer than Canelo.
And with Bud and Canelo set to compete on the same night in the same arena, there's nowhere left to avoid the conversation.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing.
A lot.
Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
If Crawford puts on another dominant performance against Spence, the demand for Canelo to accept that fight will only grow louder. At that stage, the conversation won't be centered on titles. It'll be about legacy.
Bud versus Canelo, based on last fight, is a 50-50 So Canelo fights an undisputed champ, up-and-coming former champion, and an up-and-coming undefeated contender. And his opponents are somehow compared to Bud's Madrimov fight, making it a 50-50 fight? Wow.
Bud is aiming for something that only the sports greats even dare to chase, moving up in weight and trying to defeat the undisputed champion at 168 pounds.
When people bring up Terence Crawford, Canelo out, we keep bringing up the weight class, but that's not my thing. This is what I'm mostly thinking about when it comes to that matchup. Terence Crawford has never met anyone like him. Y'all don't understand the importance of that statement. In order to beat Canelo, you got to be great first. Triple G, Floyd, Bivol, you got to be great because Canelo is great. Canelo ain't just a big tank guy, that's why he's great. Head movement, good speed, accuracy, great heart, guts, chin. He's great. He has that X factor that only the great ones had. He fights more often than Crawford, at least twice a year. And he doesn't stop fighting. He fights through knee injury, wrist injury. If you're 6 foot something, if you're 5'11" or 5, it doesn't matter. He's great.
While most of the attention is centered on a potential Bud Canelo showdown, there's another name that continues to enter the conversation: Gervonta Tank Davis.
How do you not lead with ego? Like if you hear somebody like Tank say, 147, I knock Bud out.
Well, you just talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got the confidence in himself that he believed that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with. You know, so no knock to Tank, but there's definitely levels. You know, and if he come up to 147 and he's thinking he's just gonna knock Terence Crawford out, got another thing coming.
So that's the fight you would make happen? If he wanted to come up to 147?
Yeah, I'll stay at 147 for him. That's a big money.
That's a big fight, yeah.
It's a big money fight. You know, yeah.
So Spence.
But then what? Everybody gonna say he was too small?
Of course, the size difference is huge. Tank operates down at lightweight, while Bud has been competing among the bigger names at welterweight and beyond. But even with that gap between them, the tension hasn't gone away.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Bud and Tank haven't exactly kept their opinions to themselves. Between Instagram live comments and indirect shots on social media, the friction between them has been building for a while. And even if a fight between them doesn't look immediate, it's still not something you can completely rule out.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. If everybody including Will, I mean, Will. Fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
If Crawford truly wants to strengthen his case as the sport's top name, and Tank continues tearing through opponents at 135 and 140, then their paths could eventually collide. Even if it ends up happening at a catchweight, the possibility stays very much alive.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
Man, I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
A Crawford-Tank fight would be enormous. It's the kind of matchup that would dominate the internet the moment it's announced. Power against precision. Star appeal matched up with elite technical skill.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catchweight?
No, ain't no catchweight. You
come up to 47.
Not even entertaining the catchweight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
But before any of that can become reality, both fighters still have to take care of what's in front of them. This Crawford-Spence rematch isn't simply a repeat of last year's one-sided result. It could shape what comes next for the sport. Crawford understands exactly what's on the line. If he wins again and does it convincingly, his case becomes impossible to dismiss. He'd be the fighter who beat Spence twice, then stood in the same arena on the same night as Canelo, with the pressure for that showdown growing louder than ever. That kind of moment changes the conversation. It pushes promoters, fuels fan demand, and creates major business. But if Spence manages to turn the tables, everything changes. The welterweight picture gets thrown into chaos, and suddenly a trilogy becomes the obvious next step. A third fight that could turn into one of the biggest rubber matches boxing has seen in years.
I was stunned, like everybody. I mean, look, I picked Crawford to win. I said it on here on the Bud list, to win either by decision or late stoppage. Obviously got the late stoppage. But I don't think anyone on the planet,
Nobody.
Save maybe Bud Crawford, maybe saw something in film, he knew he'd dominating, but no one saw this coming. He was faster, he was slicker. He hit him with 50% of his punches, 60% of his power shots, and the shocker was that he was stronger. Here's how strong he was. Spence has never been knocked down.
Yeah.
And he knocked him down 3 times. And it looked, Nick, like once he knocked him down, he was in control, and it seemed like he could have knocked him out at any moment. I don't want to say he definitely carried him. Does he want to punish him more and make it more impressive? But it seemed like he was very relaxed and cool, which is smart. You don't want to get caught with anything. But it just seemed like he wanted to punish him, and he did.
That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. Be sure to drop your thoughts in the comments as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.